Hey everybody, it's Erin from Erin Makes, and today I am so super thankful, get it, thankful that you were here with me on this amazing video hop to learn how to make this really cool Slimline Fun Fold pop-up card. Love that. Don't you just love this pop-up card? Please join me in this awesome video hop where you get to learn how to make this Fun Fold card. And jump to the next person in line. Leave a comment on this video about what you were thankful for. I know I have asked it before, but guess what? It's my birthday. I have total rights to give away as much as I possibly want in my birthday month. And guess what? Today is my birthday. I am 41. Yes! Happy birthday to me. Woohoo! So let's jump in and let me show you how to make this card. All right, so for this card, let's go back to basics. Let's learn how to make a slimline card first, but it's a gatefold, so there's a little twist. You're gonna take your card, and this is an 8.5 by 11. You're gonna do it on the 8.5 side and cut at 7 inches. This is your slimline card. Now, you have the slimline card, which is a typical fold this piece. This is a 7, 8.5, fold this in half. And guess what? And if you're a better folder than me, you're gonna make this perfect, but this is a slimline card. But we wanna make this a gatefold. So the cheat way is take, once you fold it in half, take this and fold each of these pieces in half. But guess what? I'm gonna give you guys the directions of how to score it if you don't wanna do it this way. So just make sure that your folds that you're gonna wanna go up and down with are nice and firm. If you wanna get a bone folder out, great. If you just want to make sure you like go back and forth on the creases with your hand, again, whatever works for you. You are a card maker, you know what you like. You're gonna need 2 strips that are 1 inch by 5 1/4. And again, all measurements are down in the information section. I'm gonna score 1, but the second one's exactly the same. I always use my Fiskar as my cutting template and just the scoring plate because all the measurements are on here. The first score mark is at 1 inch. Slide it down to 2 inches, score again. So you got 1 inch, 2 inch, slide it all the way down to 4 1/4 and score again. So you got 1 inch, 2 inch, 4 1/4. And keep in mind this whole thing is 5 1/4. So this last little section is also 1 inch. This second piece, do exactly the same. So before we put on our hinge pieces, which are our floating pieces, we gotta put the background. So we have cut already 2 sheets of paper, and this is one from my collection. And we're gonna plate this in like a nice mat. Now, obviously you can use whatever papers you like. And then just to keep everything simple, I've gone down by 1/2 inch on this top card and done it in white. Not sure why I rolled it over because it's white on both sides. And then stick this right in the middle. And just make sure everything lines up. Use your dots if you want to. I'm not gonna push too hard until I have everything lined up exactly the way I like it, so it's nice and centered. So just center it just like that. So you just see this nice green border. So you have a single side and you have a double side. They're all 1 inches, and then a nice big section in the middle. On the single side, you're going to place this right up against where you feel like you want to have this in your card. Now, because I'm adding in a craft piece of paper, I want to kind of double check that, okay, do I like the spacing of this? Where is this going? And you can always move this up and down so you can kind of play with it. But you want to make sure that you're happy with the orientation of where this card lays. 2.5 is about as big as you want to make these insert pieces, these floating pieces. Otherwise, it's not going to let your card move around. And then you're going to place adhesive right here. So place your adhesive, enough adhesive right there, and then line it up, line this piece right up against that fold, and then close it in. Close it in right there. So now this little piece is attached to the top part, right? And then lay this down. So now you have this piece right here. Lay this down, add adhesive right here on just this last 1 inch square. Really coat it well. And then fold this part underneath right here, right? Just like that. It just hinges. Isn't that cool? All right, let's do the same to the other side. So I just flip my card all the way over. I have 1 hinge over here. Again, I'm gonna place my singular side over on this side. And keep in mind, I'm gonna add my adhesive right here. Lay that, and I'm gonna try and match the amount of distance. So it looks like I have about the same amount of distance, about 1 inch. and then fold this over. So again, it's attached that top side. And then fold this piece over. And if I don't have it, look, I can tell I'm not lined up. This is not correct. So I need to reorientate my line here so everything is lined up so it's all perpendicular. Everything needs to line up perfectly. Give all good square angles here. Otherwise the card doesn't work as well. And then I'm gonna add adhesive on this little corner right here. Fold this over and stick it right here, just like that. And that's gonna allow me to lift this up, and boom, there's my two folding parts. So you can really see how these two parts fold in and they fold out. They fold in and they fold out. So as they come together, they really work in unison. And I'm gonna take these two pieces, which I've cut to be 2.5 inches, and instead of applying adhesive to that, I'm gonna apply adhesive right here. And I'm going to line it up because if you keep in mind, I don't wanna go any further than this line. Don't go any further than right here. So line it up right there. I still wanna see a titch of that white. So really push down, same here. Again, don't go any further than that line because that's gonna be the folding part. I wanna see a titch of that white, about 1/4 inch. You gotta do a couple of really good folds to make sure the mechanisms all work, and you're good to go. And you can really see how that card functions right there. Pretty awesome, right? And I finished the hinging. I have 2 of my Cutie Fun cards. These are from my Happy Fall collection, and you can print the PDF and they're nice and big, but you also get them as a JPEG so you can size them down to be whatever size you want. So for these ones, I've sized them down to be nice and small so it would easily fit on a mat, and that mat would fit on top of our little floating pieces. So all you have to do is attach them. Super simple. I mean, how easy is this? Just squares upon squares. But guess what? You do not have to make your floaty pieces in here squares. You can make them circles, you can make them rectangles, you can make them whatever you like. So that's the beauty of this card, is that it works, and the dimensions I've given for the floating pieces also work for A2 size cards. So just look at that. I love that. It's just so much fun. And then they close in on each other, and then they open, and then they close, and then they open, and they close. It's so cool. I love it. It's just so much fun. I die cut out the For You, which I totally have backwards on here, out of craft paper just to kind of match the craft. And I'm going to place it in my Xyron sticker maker and turn these into stickers, because heck if I'm going to try and stick adhesive on these guys, they're going to get all kinds of crazy looking. So just kind of push them through. And there they are. Make sure you rub really, really well. This is the 1.5 inch sticker maker. It's great for small stuff. It's perfect for this. Pull off the top. And then everywhere that you have letters, you now have a sticker. It's so easy. I don't have to think about it anymore. And then just place this on here for you. On the front, we have the thankful. So just keep that in mind. So it says thankful for you. Pull off the second one. I'm going to kind of line these up. And just look how cute this is. So now we have the inside done. So when you open it up, happy fall, fall in love for you. And now we got to finish the front. All right, so what I have is I have a die that's got letters that are disconnected. How in the world do you put that on a card without it making it look like it's a hot mess? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of sheet of paper and then we're gonna run this through our Xyron. So I have my little mini maker here, which is an awesome little die cutting machine, and also my die on my sticky paper, which is gonna turn into a sticker. Make sure it's lined up and not sliding on you. And I do have my metal die on here just to make sure that everything cuts beautifully. Place this on here and run it through. And then pop all your letters out. They're gonna be all individual letters. They're basically like stickers. This is gonna act just like a sticker. So now that I have everything lined up correctly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull away the die and I'm gonna place on my masking tape and place it on there, right? Now I've already made it sticky on the back, So this is lined up perfectly based on the die so that everything lines up exactly the same spacing. It's identical. So just peel off the backing. I'm using a little peely tool and just pull off the sticker, and these will stay in place with your masking just like this. So a little bit of just like a sharp tool will help pull all those off. Careful not to pull off what you've already put on your masking tape or your transfer tape. It's not masking tape, it's transfer tape. So flip it over, everything is ready to transfer. So if you've got a mat that's got a background, it's perfect because all you have to do is use your background to help line up everything perfectly so that it's right in the middle. And then you just place it, you rub. Make sure everything is on there exactly the way you want it to be, just like that. And then you peel the transfer tape off. And look at that, look how beautiful it is. Everything is lined up exactly the way you want to. This works for stickers, this works for whatever you need to transfer from one thing to another. It's gonna work beautifully. Now it's time to finish our card. So take our piece that we've already added, our thankful to. Here we have our letters. Add it to my background paper. I just love these stripes. I think they're so pretty. So this is from my principal, these background warm color stripes. So gorgeous. Add this to a craft paper here. To tie in everything together, we're gonna add in some colors. So here I have 2 strips of that orange or beautiful like pumpkin color paper. I'm gonna add these to the front. Keep in mind, you could always layer these on correctly. So you don't want to get these all lined up. So you can do this in any color you want. You can also make your card background in whatever color you want to. So if you don't want to do this in white, you can make your card background in anything. Any 12 by 12 sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper would work great. So now I've got this pumpkin color. Now it's time to place on our top piece. Now, in order for this card to work successfully, you want to be able to open it. So if I add adhesive the whole way through, it won't open. So just add it to the top section. So I'm just gonna come in right here. Add a good amount of adhesive, not to your craft table. If you happen to get some off, just wipe it off. And then layer it right on here. And just make sure that it's nice and centered. If it looks good to the eye, it's gonna look good. Layer this on right here, and then boom. Here's our card. Move it a couple of times to make sure that nothing's sticking. And then here it is. We have a Slimline fancy fold card, pop-up card. So we're gonna call this a Slimline pop-up card because that's just so cool. I love this. So it's a fancy fold pop-up card that's Slimline. That's a mouthful within itself. That's awesome. And thank you guys so much for joining our autumn harvest video hop. Make sure to check all the other people out in the hop. Leave a comment about what you are thankful for. I know I've asked that before, but truly it is so important to know what you are thankful for. All of us need to be thankful for anything that we have, as small or as large as it may be. Be grateful and thankful for anything that we may have. And it's your chance when you answer that question to win one of 3 gift certificates to my personal space. And I know I've been doing a lot of giveaways this month, but guess what? It's my birthday month. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a ton of giveaways. So leave a comment for your chance to win a giveaway to my store for a $10 gift certificate. There's a ton of other people that are giving giveaways to this beautiful video hop for this autumn harvest. And I am truly thankful that you're here watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys again later. Bye, everybody.